Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right.
Hello and welcome to today's video. I am so glad that you're here. I've got a lot to talk about. If you're not in the talking mood, then this might not be the video for you. But first and foremost, I'm just showing you quickly some of the things that I've just recently picked up from the store. I got a couple new scents, and let me tell you, that float all day, magnificent. I also grabbed a couple little things for Miss Mila. She's starting to eat baby food once a day now, so I'd grab some stuff to have here at the house. Also, that little bedding set right there is going to go in the spare bedroom. It's Mia's old room and where I've got some of Mila's stuff. And I will let you know, Ruben went and picked that out by himself. So he got it's like a reversible like comforter, and it's got the flowers on one side and the green on the other. And then he bought those sheets. Lord bless his soul. So we are popping those in the washer. Mia is actually going to come and spend the night here with us. If you have not heard, I think I have mentioned it, but she has moved. I'm not going to, say a whole lot about her, but she's moved and she's coming to town for the weekend to visit us and some friends. So she's going to be spending the night, one night this week, and Ruben just wanted everything to be really nice for her, and I love that. I went ahead and got all that stuff washed. That way I could get that room straightened up. And then I also bought us a new set for our bed. I think I have mentioned that we still have flannel sheets on there, and I'm sweating my you-know-what's off. So I went ahead and grabbed a new sheet set. Not anything fancy. It's just, the Walmart brand. I didn't have anything that really matched this new comforter. Also, got this comforter a few weeks back at Walmart as well. I will tag it if I can find a link for it if you're interested in that thing. Anyway, let's just get to the point of the story, okay? If you've never been to my channel before, I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for all my chattiness. That's just how I am. If you are a returning viewer and you love the chat, then this is a good one for you. I'm gonna have 20 minutes full of talking. I promise you that. So I just went ahead and got my bed ready for the new sheets when they come out, and just kind of picked up anything that was in the floor and in the way. It really wasn't that bad in here, but look, this pile has come back. This was clean for a couple of days. I'm telling you, if you see me on an episode of Snapped, this pile is going to be the reason. So if you've been here before, you guys know that I have done a few of these videos about cleaning with stress and anxiety, and how those things can impact your life and your home life and your home itself. And sometimes, me personally, if I'm really bad stressed out and I have just way too much anxiety, then my house is going to look like it. I'm not going to want to deal with things. I just throw stuff everywhere. I cram anything anywhere I can find a place to put it, and it just looks like a teetotal wreck. So this is kind of like the opposite. And you guys are so amazing that you have commented and messaged me and told me your stories and the things that you guys go through. So, we're not alone. And if you struggle with stuff like that, then I hope that these videos help you in some way. But like I said, this one is kind of opposite. So the last few days, I have had just a tremendous unknown reason of anxiety, and I don't like it. I've got a lot of stuff going on at work at the moment, and right now, as I'm editing this, tomorrow when I go to work, I'm going to find out some information. I don't know how that's going to go. And to be honest with you, I know that it's probably 99.99999%. I'm just in my head about it. And that's what my anxiety does to me. So I got wind that my boss is coming into town. My boss does not come into town normally, and I wasn't told about it, so it was like a surprise visit. And we've got a lot of stuff going on, and immediately my brain goes to, oh, well, I'm getting fired, Not that I've done anything to warrant me getting fired, but that's just how my brain works. And there was nothing more that I wanted to do than to come home and get my little moo-moo on and get in my bed and cover myself up and scroll on my phone and just literally detach and disassociate from just life in general. but I know that that is not good for me. I wanted to be productive. I wanted to get up. I wanted to do something and just kind of get my mind off of everything. And getting this house cleaned up, A, needed to be done, and B, I felt like I needed to do this for myself, for my mental clarity and my anxiety. And I know that right now, mental health is a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing to me. You guys have heard me talk about this umpteen times. But, when I was growing up, talking about, how you feel and figuring out that you have anxiety and stress and things like that just did not happen. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I kept things inside. You can ask my mother and my sister. I definitely know how to run my mouth. My dad will probably tell you too. It's not that I'm quiet about anything, but being an empath like I am, I don't really enjoy dumping all of my issues and problems and fears onto others, because I have noticed as my boys have gotten older that I think a lot of my anxiety I've pushed onto them, and I hate myself for that. But it's something, it runs in the family, okay? I don't know how to explain it. It's not my fault. It's not anybody's fault. People just are born that way. And I'm just in my adulthood trying to figure out what helps me and how I can cope with things. Yes, I do take medication to help. Yes, it does help. But I don't want to depend on things like that all the time. I also know that I need to get back into the gym. I need to start spending time with my friends. I don't do any of that stuff. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I'll film a video, I'll edit a video, I'll play with the dog, I, clean, do this, that, and the other, and then I go to bed, and I get up, and I do it all over again. And then on the weekends, when I, get to see my man, we'll spend time together, and I don't want to just take my weekends to, always be doing something at the house, like cleaning or, things like that. Also now, every other weekend, I have the privilege of having Mila here. And, we don't always get to spend a lot of that time together. So I don't want to be like, oh, hey, Ruben, BT dubs. I need you to sit down and listen to me, spew all of my anxiety on you. Not that he would mind me to do that, but I don't want to put that onto other people. Everybody else has issues too. It's just not me. And I'm just I'm almost 50. Y'all, I'm going to be 48 this year. I don't even know how to adult myself. Okay. But I've come this far, but I'm just trying to figure out, what works for me. Also, my, hormones are so much different now. And the way I feel about things and the way I think about things are just completely different from when I was younger. And it's a hot mess over here, okay? I'm just trying to figure this out one day at a time. And I'm here to let you guys know that if you're going through it, you are not alone. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. I love Michael Jackson, okay? This is how my brain works. This is where the ADHD comes in. I'm going to go off on the side note right now. If you guys are like this, please let me know. I will be sitting and having a conversation with somebody, and they could just say the most plainest sentence, I don't know, I see you got a new car, and immediately my brain just goes to, you got a fast car, every single time, I don't know why. It's the ADHD, and I'm not mad at that, okay? It's fun. It's a quirk that I love about myself, okay? But I do add unwanted, unneeded, unsolicited stress to myself for no reason whatsoever. It's how things go. And I think we've talked about how I have let YouTube get to me that way. I love YouTube. I love creating. I love being able to be in contact with you guys. You guys are my extended family. And I know a lot of YouTubers might say that. I also know that there are YouTubers that say subscribers aren't your friends. Well, they might not be yours, but y'all are mine. And I have made some amazing friendships with you guys. And I just don't want this to be a place that stresses me to a point that I don't want to do it anymore, if that makes any sense, because I'll catch myself, even at work, even at my job that pays me, I I catch myself thinking of, did I tag that video well enough? Why aren't people clicking on that? Do people not like me? Do people not like my house? Are people just coming to see Bodie? Was that thumbnail like the worst thing are there people talking about me? Like, are there little gossip columns over there about Mandy Flores? What is she thinking? It just goes through my mind. Like, I can't stop it. But I also know that I have this outlet to be able to reach people, and I have really come to realize that there are a lot of people like me out there. I try to stay true to myself. In the beginning of this YouTube journey, I tried to be like everybody else was. I tried to talk like everybody else did. When people went to buy things to make a video, I did the same thing. And then I quickly realized that what are you thinking? I have never lived my life ever trying to be like somebody else. And social media is horrible for that. And I've often thought of, if I stepped back for a little bit, would that help my anxiety and stress? Although there are multiple things outside of this that, cause me that. But, should I be taking this time to just be home and enjoying the people here and just kind of taking a break for myself and work on myself? And I don't think so. I think once I start to take out the factors of numbers, I think I will feel a lot better about it. But after doing this for, 5, almost 6 years, it's hard to do that because that's all that's drilled into your brain. You know what I mean? I have come across some amazing channels that I feel don't get enough recognition, and they have amazing channels. And I feel that way about myself sometimes. I do enjoy making these videos, and I do feel like everybody that comments, everybody that comes back for another video is genuine, and that means more to me than anything. I could have 5 subscribers and only have the 5 of you watch my videos, and it's come to, a realization of mine that that's all that I need to be doing. I don't need to have the highest views and the highest sub count and this, that, and the other, the biggest YouTube check. I don't need that. I don't. Also, really quickly, I'm trying to make sure that this bed is not broken anymore. If you were here back when I did this little makeover of the room, the bed was broken, and I, Bob the Buildered it, and she's still holding on strong. So I think Mia might weigh maybe 100 pounds. I think she'll do good. But yeah, I've just come to realize that I need to get back to myself, where although I value everybody's opinion, I can't care. I can't continue to only care about what people think of me. Does that make sense? So tying that all together, like with this video, this has helped me. Like, if you guys, okay, so the little 5-minute declutter challenge, I was going through it then too. And I knew that I needed to do something to keep myself busy. And, my anxiety comes a lot in waves. And I know that doing things like this helps me. And I am glad about it. Like, it used to be where I'm like, oh God, I got to go clean the house, and I got to film, and I got to do this. And it put me in a mood to where I didn't want to do it. But I was able to sit and say, okay, you're not going to go home. You're not going to drown yourself in your sorrows. You're not going to go and lay under your, blanket at 4:00 in the afternoon until you get up the next day and just seclude yourself. You're not going to do it. And I want you guys to know that you don't have to do that either. My DMs are always open, and you guys have been, like I said, amazing about talking to me and telling me things. And I want you to know that if you do need somebody to talk to, you can always message me. I want everybody to be here for everybody else. I have watched you guys have conversations in my comment section, and it warms my little heart. Okay. I love it, and I love y'all. I'm finally starting to feel better about just being myself here on this platform and not trying to be like everybody else. And I do feel like people really do appreciate a genuine personality. And although I can't really put my full self out here, this is, this is it. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've uploaded a lot more videos over the last couple of weeks because I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to make things perfect, I'm just going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and I know the right people are going to see it, and the right people are going to enjoy it, and that's what I need to focus on. So not only with these videos, but other things in my life, like I'm so worried about, what's going to happen at work. There's nothing that I can do to change it, and I shouldn't take my days and stress myself out about it because there's nothing I can do, What's going to happen is going to happen. Now, let me tell you something else. They might just be coming to be like, hey, we haven't seen you in a while, and we just wanted to be here to support you and see if there's anything that we can do for you guys. That might just be the only thing that happens. I don't know. But again, my brain just automatically will shoot to the worst thing possible. And I hate that about myself. I truly do hate that about myself, but I'm working on it. Also, if this is the first time that you've come by my channel because of this video, I always get new viewers because of these videos, and I love that. I love that people are more open about anxiety and things like that. But if you've not watched any other videos of mine, I'm extremely, I use the word realistic, real life, down to earth. I don't have, big fancy things. I have nice things that I'm so incredibly grateful for, and that's not what's important. What's important is I don't sugarcoat anything. I will, tell you like it is. I keep things extremely 100 over here. And, life. I have a normal life just like anybody else. I've got 2 kids. I got 2 baby daddies. I've got a couple ex-husbands. I'm normal. I'm a normal person living a normal life, and I'm just here to share it with you guys and bring some fun and humor with it. I think that's a lot of what my sister and I talk about is, the trauma is the reason why we're so funny. I really can't tell you that we had a traumatic childhood, honestly. We're just funny, and we like to blame things on our mother because it's Debbie. If you guys know Debbie, you know Debbie. I love you, Mom. I'm just kidding. But we're just a funny family, and I love to share that with you guys and just share my personality with you. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that some of my videos give you motivation. I hope they make you laugh, and I hope they make you want to come back and watch more videos. And I know that I did not really tell you a whole lot about what I was doing if you guys were actually watching the video or if you were listening, but I got a lot of the house cleaned up. I got both of the beds redone, and I feel a lot better. Like, it didn't take me that long, and I got things done that needed to be done. And it brought my anxiety level down tremendously. So try this. If you're having a bad day or something, I don't know, go clean your car out. Go declutter your underwear drawer. Something, okay? I wanted to show you that everything looks good and smells good, except Bodie got his girlfriend out, and he was a tired boy. Tired boy after that. But everything looks amazing, and I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad that you came to watch today's video. You're going to have a whole lot more of these videos coming at you. I'm going to be switching some things up. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of kind of like the vlog style videos. I've been sprinkling a little bit in on this channel here and there. I've also come to realize that having all 3 channels is just way too much for me right now. I cannot, but maybe once I get to a point where I can handle it all and, really get it down pat, then I want to do that for you guys. But again, I appreciate you so very much for being here. You're amazing. I love you. And I would love to know where you're watching from. So if you feel comfortable enough, drop me a little comment below and tell me the state that you're watching from or even the country. But I gotta go. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.